Morning world. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas. For those of you that do not celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Here, breakfast time. So, I've just watched Rich Cornock's Christmas special and relived the experiment, or the challenge, which I failed, of the fermented herring sniffing, eating, whatever you want to call it, episode. I promise you, it was rough. I mean, I looked at the video this morning and it looked like I wasn't really that affected by it, but it stank. It obviously affected Richard's nose more than mine, which just makes him more the braver than me, because he actually put that in his mouth. I pretty much already decided that I wasn't going to raise to that challenge. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valour, and being as I've got a history of ulcerated colitis, I don't think they would have set that off. But at Christmas, I wasn't really up for taking the risk. You know what I mean? So, anyway, thanks, Richard. It was a great video. I watched it twice this morning with Mrs. P. Both times I had tears pouring down my face, mainly from his reaction when he opened that tin. Oh God, that did stink. That was one of those proper clear the room jobs, that is. Especially when he sprayed it everywhere. But yeah, it was good fun though. Here you are, you lot. One way to stuff the turkey, I suppose, isn't it? Get him to stuff himself. Hello, Bertolini. Hello, chickens. Right, so even though it's Christmas, and many of you will have been, because this is obviously going to come out in a couple of days, many of you will be sat at home opening your presents or doing what you do on Christmas Day, preparing lunch stuff. On a farm, it's still business as usual. Not too bad for me. The sheep, pretty much they're looking after themselves, they're all happy. The cattle, I fed them last night, they're all happy. There's not actually that much for me to do, apart from go around and check everything. Spare a thought, if you will, for the dairy farmers, some of the poultry guys, the pig farmers, all those folks that still have exactly the same amount of jobs, still got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to work. That's, well, when you're still asleep or just thinking about opening your presents, spare a thought for the guys that are out there producing the food that you're now going to put on your table this afternoon, or what you did put on your table that afternoon. You understand what I'm trying to say. Enjoy your Christmas, and the farmers will carry on working, and then enjoy Christmas. Have you been trying to appease old Princess Blinking? Oh, she's being grumpy again. Hello, girls. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Hello. Hello. So looking at the state of the feeders, it appears that the young stock really liked that bale of hay I gave them last night, but the cows not so keen on that bale of silage. Right, well, if they're still not getting into that later on, I might have to oink that back out of there, chuck it on the floor. They'll eat it off the floor and give them a fresh one. The bed looks okay. That's all right there for today. Okay. You just made her jump She shot out of her skin, did it? Yeah. Right, these guys are starting to firm up now. It's taken ages. We haven't actually got round to sending the fecal egg test off yet. Basically all that means, I know it's Christmas, well, it's not Christmas now, but we have to take off a sample of poo, send it to the vets, they stick it under the microscope and count how many worm eggs they can find in it. I will still do it, it's got to get around to it. So. Usually when Abby's around, I see more of Abby, it's easy because I just give her the sample, she takes it to work, and then, yeah, well, I haven't seen much of her recently, so it means I've got to do it myself. Right, dancing cows. So this side is definitely wetter than the t'other. Basically I'm building up the bed on that side to keep it drier and drier, and most of them actually sleep out there. Some of them like to sleep next to the rack, some of them like to sleep next to the fence, but yeah, nobody sleeps in the wet. When we bought these bales back from the other farm, those of you that saw the video, 2 of them got split. But when I stacked them up and checked them over, I only found one with a split in it. And I'm wondering if that's the one that's in there. I mean, I never noticed it when I cut the bale open. But was that the one that was spoilt? Oh, good nard. That can stay in there. Right, okay. I suppose I better go up and prepare to be invaded by the family. It's been really peaceful for the first couple of hours today. The next couple of hours, not so much. Yeah, I'll give you a bale later on, after dinner, alright? You've got enough to keep you going till then. Right, I'm just out tensioning the fence because my sheep have made a pretty good job of knocking down half the stakes again. Hang on, it's the wrong way round. Get in there. There you go. Right. So my path is, I don't think I could mark it any more clearly than that. I've got to put the cable back on that stake. When we get out to my neighbour's side, the only indication walkers have got of where the path goes is that arrow. I mean, I happen to know that the path goes between those two trees over there. I think I have to come down here with the secateurs and prune this back a bit. See this, folks would complain about that. They won't carry a pair of secateurs in their own pocket and prune it back. They'll expect me to do it. Because I carry a pair of secateurs everywhere. Come on, you two, wait! I found a squirrel. Oh, they have. They found a squirrel. Right, squirrel. He's up there. Where's that squirrel? Where's that squirrel? I shouldn't really be encouraging this. Right, where are you heading to, mate? I reckon you're sat in the ivy now. Or possibly sat on that pigeon's nest. Once they stop still and sit still, they're quite hard to spot, but I reckon that's where he is. Curled up, sat on that pigeon's nest. If I can't see him, or if he can't see me, I can't see him. Right, okay. Well, that wasn't quite as entertaining as I thought. Oh no, there he is. He's right above me. See who's sat on the crotch of that branch there? That's where he is. This is when you wish you had your day state with you, or your FX. I've got no love for grey squirrels. A lot of people think they're cute and cuddly now, you know, you shouldn't shoot them and you shouldn't harm them and blah blah blah, but the problem is these guys carry, it's like a version of flu that they're actually immune to, but our red squirrel isn't. These are also omnivores, which means they'll eat pretty much anything. They're like a rat. They'll eat vegetation or meat. They'll quite happily raid our small birds' eggs and chicks in the spring and summer, quite happily take those, whereas our red squirrel is kind of a bit more herbivore. So I would actually like to encourage anybody given the opportunity to get rid of the grey squirrels and let our native red repopulate where they're supposed to be. A red squirrel I would not touch. That fella there, he's worth the pennies for the bullet. Right, okay. Well, I'm not going to go back up and get the rifle now because I can't be arsed and it's Christmas, and really and truly, you don't shoot things at Christmas. Not really the done thing. Come on you two, what up for flushing him out though? Well, that was Christmas Day. It's kind of almost done. Family's been, they filled themselves up with chicken and stuffing and sausages and Brussels sprouts. Delightful. Julie and her mum have taken a lunch over for my brother-in-law Simon over to Dursley. Abby and Henry are off walking the dogs over there somewhere. Millie, Mikey and Emma have gone home to have a tidy up and do whatever they do at home. And I am left just to finish off my day's jobs. Still a little bit of, just a few patches of post in this as well. I hope they're not all like this. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant either. Somebody asked me a question the other day. Let's see if I can answer it. This is what that piece of rope is for on the front of there. I can move stuff around with 3-point linkage on the forks. That's why. This lot got it on them this afternoon. You silly devils. Okay. That's because I'm doing bales, and what they really want, they got the hay, which we're quite happy with the hay, but I think they really want the haylage. They're not getting haylage, they're having hay. Okay, that's that done, that's that done. You lot can come back out. That's me, apart from feeding the chickens, that is it, that's me done for the day. So we've been putting wood chip down in here to try and keep them a bit clean and soak up some of the wet stuff. A little bit is running out under the gate, but so far nothing's touched the grass. And I kind of want to keep it that way. I don't want anything going out really into the field if I can help it. I don't know, what do I fancy? I've already had a glass of sherry today. I do like the occasional glass of sherry, just occasionally. Maybe a G&T tonight. I don't partake very often, but it's Christmas. I'd like to just take this opportunity to wish you all a very, very happy Christmas, a prosperous and healthy new year. Yeah, roll on 2022. Although we've still got a week of this year to go, which I've got to fill up with stuff. I'll do my best. Morning world. For those of you that celebrate it, happy Christmas. For those that you that didn't quite go to plan. Not quite.